most excited that we have Sister Adama joining us again this evening for another stimulating conversation. So glad to be here. Looking forward to our time together.
We're at a point now where if we are to be respected as intelligent people, now you know they don't even respect us as intelligent people. They said that we were less than human from the get-go, that we had no rights, that they had the responsibility to respect, that we have a not too distant history of being marginalized, anesthetized, inebriated. That's what we're dealing with now, but at the foundation of our being shadow and on Wall Street, you understand, to have us in a place where we're paraded around butt naked and people are being able to buy us and breed us and this and that, and then we were being hung and beaten and raped and sodomized and castrated and set afire, and we've turned that process into heart attacks, strokes, diabetes, and whatnot, so that we are cash cows in a global system of sickness, illness, disease, depression, suppression, violation, schizophrenia, bipolarism, and all of this stuff. And I am saying we have some leverage and some power in this now moment to stop, because we are perfectly and divinely designed as breatharian, and then we have to have water. We're 80% water, like the earth is 80% water. That shit that they call food, we've never had to have it. Can you imagine what it would be if we never had bacon, eggs, chicken, fish, flour products, bread? You realize we never had to have it? It didn't provide us anything that we really needed for optimum functioning. It did not hydrate us. It did not oxygenate us. It did not mineralize us. It did not alkalize us. It did not facilitate cellular regeneration, repair, consciousness expansion, and it blocked and obstructed elimination. That's food, whether it's vegan food, vegetarian food, that's food. We've been on this. And so I'm saying after 44 years of strict vegetarianism in terms of what I've done personally, no meat, dairy, eggs, chicken, fish, flesh, flour, in terms of the whole wheat flours and all of that. I've been off of this stuff for a very long time, and I know the difference because I've been off of it much longer than I was on it, and know that we as intelligences of existence should be able to outthink of people who hate us. We should be able to strategize correctly, as most ones would when they realize that they were being warred against. When people realize they're being warred against, then they create a strategy with which to respond to that warfare, to defend themselves, protect themselves, or go on the offensive. We, on the other hand, have submitted to the artificial colors and flavors and shelf stabilizers and the alcohol and the tobacco and the white sugar and all of this stuff, so that we're complicit, complacent, co-conspirating with our own demise. We have had so much information brought to us by so many of the scholars, and whether it was Dr. Clark, Chancellor Williams, the brother who wrote 2000 Seasons, Dr. Ben, Dr. Africa, Baby. I mean, we've had a lot of people, Francis Cresswell, and so many more whose names I cannot even call, right? But the issue is nobody really ever addressed that the food, that which they call food, plus the alcohol, the tobacco, the Kool-Aid, the cigarettes, the sodas, that this is the methodology of our oppression. And no matter how much education we have, no matter how much money we have, as long as our bloodstreams bear the violation of violated beings, inebriants, intoxicants, artificial colors and flavors and this and that, we will never be able to walk in the fullness of the wealth and the riches of who we are as these living, loving, intelligent, potent, and immortal points of this absolute and supreme intelligence that is beginningless, endless, infinite, and eternal, that is beating our hearts, breathing us, has perfectly and divinely designed us, so that our bodies now have the opportunity to be cleared and cleansed, purified, so that we are able to consecrate the body as temples for the re-enthronement of the true spirits of the living gods and goddesses that is our absolute truth.
So, Sister Adama, there's a couple of things that you're speaking, I'm following you on. and I just want to reiterate some points that you made as we move towards the statement you made about the way we leverage our power to change this reality is we have to activate the spirit. But that's where I want to wind up. But before we get to that, I want to back you up to what would you say is our purpose as beings on this planet? Because I think oftentimes we've been told a bunch of lies, and we've bought the lies, and so we think our purpose is to be millionaires or to have our names up in lights, or to drive the biggest car, or to have this crazy wardrobe. In your thinking, in your experience, in your wisdom, what is the purpose of life?
To exalt and glorify it. To rejoice in the blessedness of it as thinking, creative, dynamic intelligences of existence. The mind of man, womb man, is the mind of God. The issue is that we do not have a clean bloodstream so that we can think and exalted thought and walk exalted walks. But we're here for the purpose of self-realization, self-actualization, harmonization with the laws of existence, self-mastery, so that self-knowledge, creator knowledge, and creation knowledge are the trinity for how we walk in the light of the truth of who we are, what we are. But we also have to acknowledge that we have come through lineages of people. That none of us, you understand, we've had our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, our great-great-grandparents, our great-great-great-grandparents, our great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great. We represent lineages of people. We are here to ensure the progression of the lineage. So in my mind, each lineage is a thought that has issued from the mind of God, imbued with so much of its own gifts, skills, abilities, character, and whatnot, to come to the earth so that we have the experience of creating heaven on earth as earth is already in heaven. All right? Now, of course, our education didn't give us that. Our religious training didn't give us that. We didn't get it. I got it because I've been knocking, seeking, and asking since I was a little girl. I knew something was wrong here, and I wanted to know what it was, and I wanted to do something about it. Say, ask, and it shall be given. Knock, and the door would be open. Seek, and we would find. See, we were told certain things, but the thing that we should be doing, people say, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm saying you're supposed to be loving that which is beating your heart, breathing you, that which constitutes the source of all your reality as life itself, loving it with our whole body, heart, mind, with all of our might, consciously caring to be an honor and a glory to the lineages through whom we've come. You remember when
let me pause you right there. You say, love that which beats your heart, right? But for the person that's thinking, but I got to make a living, that's not going to put any money in my pocket.
Living. So you already living. You ain't got to make a living. You have to live. You understand? Now, I haven't had a job since 1990.
That doesn't make any money for me. That's my problem.
No, but see, the issue is as long as you take your life currency and invest it in death and bring dead things into your body, you can't get to a thought. Or I'll put it this way, you are cellularly oppressing the greatness of who you are. That's the purpose of it.